housing that thing on the first game I played in against the Rams.
That's a hell of a welcome. That's a good one.
I dropped it, picked it up, and housed it. And I can remember going downtown to the mall. I bought 11 Gucci watches for the whole punt return team.
Special teams? Oh, man, this is electric.
And I wrote on the card, every fourth down, I just wanted y'all to know what time it was.
Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The Wondery Show brought to you by Reese's Oreo Cups, the delicious peanut butter cups with the Oreo cookie combined. Goddamn. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce and my big brother Jason Kelsey out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S for fun clips throughout the week. That's 92%. As we got an incredible guest episode, man. He's been one of the main people that I've looked up to my entire life, that I've always wanted to get on this show, and it's finally happening.
It's pretty incredible.
We got a great episode. Jason, why don't you do the honors and tell everybody what we got coming up today?
Well, before we get to that, Travis, let's put them on.
Woo-hoo, baby.
There we go. Oh, we got a fun one right now.
See what time it is? Oh, yeah. Hold up. Excuse me. Yeah, I think money's on the line, baby.
Alrighty, our guest today is a 6'1" shutdown quarterback from Florida State University. He was the 5th overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft. He's a 6-time All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year, and a member of the NFL Hall of Fame. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion and the only person in history to play in a Super Bowl and a World Series. You know him as Neon Deion, Prime Time, and most recently, Coach Prime. 92%ers, please welcome Deion Sanders.
That's how I'm waking up now. I'm not getting up in my bed unless I hear that. I'm not getting up.
Coach, it's the least we can do, man. We appreciate you taking the time, man. How we doing this week? We getting the guys back on track.
We got no choice. We ain't got no choice. Right?
There we go. Right. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, Coach. I'm right there with you, man. Listen, how did we walk into the building today? That's what I want to know, man.
You know what, man? The whole thing is accountability. That's my word of the week. Everybody's accountable, baby. Everybody's accountable. We got to step it up. We got to go to the next level. And you can't want the good, pretty, shiny stuff if you're not ready to do the good, pretty, shiny things.
Right.
I love it. Well said, man.
Well said.
Getting after it. That's exactly the message that Coach Reed actually had for us, is just accountability, man. As long as you're bringing that energy and you're holding yourself accountable, we're going to be just fine.
We're going to be just fine. It's going to be all right.
Well, Coach, we start everything off with a little bit of new news, and how about you start us off with a little bit of that new news? I know you're recently dropping your new Prime 21 apparel.
Yes, sir.
High stepper socks, cowboy hats.
Listen, hold on, listen.
These shades, bro. These shades are ridiculous.
Shades of both.
Man, these are nice.
Shades of both.
Come on now.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something about the socks. See, Kelsey. Back in the day, they thought I just wore my socks scrunched down, but I actually had them made like this.
What? I didn't know that. Everybody's been faking it this whole time.
Everybody's been trying to replicate. They can't do it.
They were made like this. So when I pulled them up, it just had that appearance. It had that look, but they were made like that.
I love it. Hell yeah.
That's like, listen, everybody wants to be like Prime. At what point in your life, Coach, did you know you had people gravitating towards you because of the personality that you had?
I was a little, like you wouldn't believe it now, because I know when I got to put on, I got to show out. I got to show up and show out. But I'm a homebody, man. I don't go out. I don't club. I don't kick it. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Never taste alcohol. Never been high a day in my life. I don't like out. Like, I don't mind playing in front of crowds and selling stadiums out, but I don't like crowds. I don't like to be in crowds or around a lot of people. I'm a home guy. Like, I'm in bed by 7, man. Like, I never went out after games because I always had migraines, because I was so hyped during the games. Coming down always gave me migraines. So I had to go right home with ice packs on my neck, and they had no cure for it. I had all kind of stuff going on, but I could never celebrate like that. I never was that type of guy that my persona led me to be.
I hear you.
Yeah, absolutely. That is, the persona is definitely what everybody knows you as, the freaking prime time. I mean, come on now. That was our entire childhood. Watching that was incredible.
I'm just glad they're bringing back the kicks.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're bringing back the kicks.
Which one?
The Diamond Turfs.
Which one?
Every colorway, man. Every single colorway.
Which one you need, Kelce? Which one?
You know I got all of them, Coach. You know I got all of them. I need every single one. They don't make it with good leather like this anymore, Coach. I appreciate you bringing them back.
Like, still a Colorado, but now the thing that's changed this year is your sons aren't there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
What's it been like now that your kids have moved on in their careers? What's it like coaching now?
Tough jokes.
Yeah,
that they clowning me right now, and I'm clowning them right back. Like I just got the phone with Shador, and it's just, we got this family chat, then we got the girls involved with the chat, then we just got all the boys and all the girls. We got all different kind of chats because I got 5 kids. So right now they on my butt. I just told Shador, I know you miss me. He said, no, I know you miss me.
Don't get it twisted.
But you know what, man? I definitely miss them because just all my life they've been there. They've been there, and they've been right there with me the whole separate way. My oldest son is still here and doing all the social stuff, but I definitely miss my other 2 sons. I certainly do. And my daughter that was playing basketball here. She's at Alabama A&M right now.
That had to be such a special time in your life to be able to do that with your kids like that, man. I think everybody in the football world could only dream of being able to do something that you did like that, man.
We don't know no other way. We didn't know another way. Like all our lives, that's the only way we knew. So we never knew another way of how it's supposed to be. We thought that's how it's supposed to be.
You got a new quarterback under your hands, Martin Luther Staub. Man, with the I had a dream of being here and doing it. The interview after the first game was electric, man. But right now it's I'm not sure how the NIL world has changed what you knew college to be when you were at Florida State. But how difficult is that navigating the new world that is amongst the NIL deals in college?
Let me take you back a minute. I think I was actually the first NIL deal because my junior year, I didn't play baseball at Florida State, but I got drafted by the Yankees. So I accepted professional cash, which allowed me to be a walk-on coming back my senior year of football. So I went and played the whole summer, 6 weeks. I played rookie league for 2 weeks in Sarasota. I played single A for 2 weeks in Fort Lauderdale. Then I went to triple A for 2 weeks in Columbus, all in the summer. Yeah. Then I came back, in August to get ready for camp.
That is so wild.
Play my senior year of football. So since I accepted money from pros, I was a walk-on.
That's crazy.
The Yankees paid my scholarship, but you couldn't tell me nothing on campus. Like, you couldn't tell me.
Of course. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I got a neck full of gold. Like, I've been Louis bags. Like that, That's when it's That's when the prime stuff really jumped off because I had justification.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing.
That's such a crazy world, man. And obviously it kind of primed you up and got you ready for when you went to the pros and played in 2 different professional leagues in the same day.
Yeah, but man, it was my life, fellas. Like to me, it was nothing big because that was my life. Like all my life, I had played baseball, football, and basketball. So even in high school, I remember playing in the basketball all-star game the same day the baseball all-star game was. We played baseball during that day. The basketball game was that night, so I was used to that. So when I got to college, how can somebody tell you what you can't do? And this is the only life I knew. I didn't know another life. So that's why when it got to the pro level, I'm like, how you telling me I can't do this and this is all I know? I don't know no other way.
We definitely played multiple sports growing up, and I tried to do the football basketball thing. When I say I tried, I asked, and they said, yeah, you can come over. You're going to get a football scholarship. You're going to play football until football season's over with, and then you're going to go play basketball. And then there was the whole, you have to be responsible, Travis.
Right.
And that's what I wasn't. The accountability and how responsible you were, you had everything in line, and that's the type of dedication it takes for somebody to be not only just a 2-sport star, but maybe even a 2-position star like you had with Travis Hunter last year.
Yeah, man.
How have you seen him kind of come into his role with Jacksonville? Do you like how he's being used yet, or have you been able to even catch him?
Definitely not. They're not using him enough. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes on an everyday basis for 3 straight years. So I know what he's capable of, and I know how you got to take care of him. He never practiced on Tuesdays. He's practiced on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He was ready to play 100 and some snaps on Saturday. So you didn't need to use him on a Tuesday or Monday. You don't use him like that. But Travis is a big kid, man. He just loves the game. He loves football. He loves studying. He loves the preparation. He always had at least 5 hours of study in each week, because we keep that list. We know how much everybody's studying. And he is just a phenomenal athlete, one of the greatest I've ever seen do both simultaneously. Yeah. And he dominated. My rule is I'll let anybody do it, long as you dominate. You got to be dominant. You got to get it done. You got to get it done. I can't let you out there. You getting killed on the corner, but you playing receiver. Like, how did that work? No. Don't work.
Obviously, Travis Hunter, the big #1 pick out there. You've had a couple other players. Obviously, your son Shador, LeJontay Wester with the Ravens, and Jimmy Horn with the Panthers. I guess as Browns fans, we got to know. Have you been keeping up with Shador in Cleveland?
Oh,
what's the best piece of advice you've given him as a dad and as a coach?
Be patient and be ready.
There you go.
Be patient and be ready.
That's all you can do.
I don't want you to, they call your name and you ain't ready. Don't let that. We ain't built like that. Sanders, we ain't built like that. We always ready. We don't have to get ready.
There you go.
Always ready. And I want you to be patient. You don't force none that it may not be time. I drink coffee every morning. There's one thing I do. I don't pull the coffee cup off the darn maker before it's ready. It's got to be prepared, right? Put my ingredients in, I make it right. But I'm like, son, you gotta be ready. You got to be ready when it's time. But when it's time, you're going to know. I say, and it's coming up. I got a prediction. I ain't telling nobody. I got a feeling when it's going to go down. But it's going to go down this year. He's going to get a shot.
Happen. All right.
Yeah, he's going to get a shot.
And that's all you can ask for as a player. All you can ask for is the opportunity, right?
Tell me this, because this is all over the media, because I know y'all keep it a buck. That's why I love y'all to life. And Mama, too. Please tell Mama I said hi. Let me tell you something. How in the world, they made a big deal out of Philly called us on draft day. They didn't mention that. I just let a cat out of the bag. Philly called us.
Okay, no, it's good. I didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
Who was it? Baltimore. And the Browns.
I heard this, yeah.
And the Browns. They forget.
Yes.
I know. I played for Baltimore, so me and Ozzy are cool. So
there you go.
We understood that whole conversation, and he wanted to talk to Shador as well as he wanted to talk to me. And I put Shador on the phone, and Shador, I don't want to say how it went, but how in the world can somebody fault him for saying or thinking, why in the world would I go back up Lamar for 10 more years? Like, who comes in with that mindset?
No, that's not where you want to go. If the goal is to be that guy and you want to be the player,
right,
and the quarterback,
and you want to get that opportunity.
Yeah, but where do these guys come from that sit on these platforms and say, oh, you should have sat in behind and learned the game and been what they develop? When have the pros ever developed anybody?
Yeah, it don't happen very often.
By the time you get to the NFL, they expect you to know what you need to do and to do it, or somebody else go get in there and do it. Now, they teach you their playbook, but development and teaching you how to route folks up and you how to block and hold that point, man, please. Ain't nobody taught you that.
You got to figure it out on your own, man.
There you go.
I've been trying to teach some guys that have come in and out of the building or all across that I ask you, how do you run your route like this? How do you run your route like that? I'm like, man, you just got to run it enough to figure it out.
Right.
Like for me, I was a 6th-round draft pick, and I got drafted to a team in Philadelphia that wanted a new center. I was so lucky to get into a position where they were like, just don't fuck this up, Jason, and you can be the starter. Like, we want you to play. And that's like, if I would have went behind Kevin Mawai or I'm trying to think of who the other centers were, Alex Mack or some of these guys, and sat like, yeah, I would have learned something from, but it was much better for me in my career to get an opportunity to go and play right away. There ain't no question. And if I wouldn't have changed that for a second, don't matter what I'm going to learn or develop anywhere else.
I've never sat on the bench and said, well, I learned a lot today.
That is a fucking great quote. Goddamn, that is a good quote.
Who learns sitting on the bench? Like who does that?
Yeah, you're going to learn a lot more being out there. We did want to bring up, you've been known to rank your kids. What's the latest ranking?
Where are we at right now?
First of all, y'all parents rank y'all. Y'all just don't know. Okay.
No, for sure. Mom's always had Travis number one. I do know.
Listen, and right now, Mom has Jason number one because he has kids.
That is true. She has said that. She has made that comment. She's put some pressure on him.
So what you waiting on, dog? So what you waiting on? You know, like I tell my kids, I know we've had some close calls. I told my kids, you know, we sitting on the edge of the bed like, oh, Lord, if you get me out of this one, Lord. I promise you I'll be at church Sunday. I promise you, Lord.
For sure.
But I rate my kids, man, like I love them differently. I don't love them the same. This is honest. I know which one is going to take care of me when I'm older. I know which one is going to ask me for money when I'm older. I know which one it keeps me on my knees in front of God. I know I'm like a book. All you have to do is just describe what happened, and I can tell you which one did it. Like, that's how knowledgeable I am with my kids, and I love them differently.
Let's transition to playing prime time.
Oh, man.
The one that we grew up, I mean, just the incredible, not just play. It wasn't just that you were a player. That was spectacular, but it was everything. The bravado, like the whole show was just incredible to watch, and it all really took off with the 90s Cowboys. So recently, Netflix put out America's Team documentary about the 90s Cowboys. I mean, what was it like playing on this team, Coach?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like, I was just going through like a personal kind of hell at the time. I left San Fran. You know, it's like I needed challenges in my life. I'm like, okay, let me go to San Fran. Oh, okay, we beat the Cowboys. Oh, boom. Jerry Jones wants me to go there. Let me go there and see if we can beat San Fran now. Like, it's like I needed challenges in my life. And, you know, I called Mike, playmakers like a brother to me, man. We had a bunch of Florida boys that played for Cowboys at the time. I said, how's it, man? Because I ain't with no jealousy. I ain't got time for this mess. Every locker room I've been in has been some bull junk. I ain't got time for that. Mike said, we good over here, baby. We Florida boys over here. Emmett, Mike, Big Nate, you know, all my guys, we Florida boys. Okay. So it was unbelievable, man. Jerry Jones will go down and should go down as history as arguably the best owner that ever owned a football franchise because of this. You hear media talk about Jerry. You've never heard a player talk about Jerry Jones in a negative fashion because he is unbelievable. I had the luxury to play for Eddie DeBarlo, who was unbelievable, and some other ones, and Steve Bisciotti later on in life. But let me tell you something, man. The Cowboys, you talking about America's team, and when you travel and when you go places, it's probably like it is for Kelce. You know, right now, KC is probably the same way. You guys are with Philly at the end. Well, Philly fans are crazy. They'll kill you, shank you in. It was unbelievable, man. It really was. It was an experience. Like, we were too young and dumb to really know the level of it.
I can only imagine what it was. I mean, it took it by storm, and it literally became the biggest franchise in sports because of those years. Is that like your favorite team that you were on in the NFL?
Atlanta was my favorate team because we had
Atlanta was a fan.
We had so much fun, man. I mean, we got our butts kicked. I think we went to a playoff. We had so much fun, man. I think we had a team meeting in Magic City every Friday night. You know, it was just crazy.
There we go.
We had so much fun. Shout out to Magic. It was so much fun. But the Dallas Cowboys were different. San Francisco was business. It was like business. And I loved that it was business. But then you got to Dallas and you won like they did in San Fran, but you had fun winning because you enjoyed all your teammates and all the laughter and the banter that went on.
I got to say, from this documentary in Dallas, as an Eagles fan, you're like, or as an Eagles player, and on this side of it, you're taught to hate Jerry Jones. I got to say, I kind of like what I'm seeing. I gotta admit, when like between this documentary and then his deal on Landman, when he talks about buying the franchise and like his family and everything, I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of turning into a Jerry guy. I kind of like what I'm being told.
Let me tell you one quick story about Jerry. Once upon a time, I'm watching ESPN, and this guy is about to go crazy. You remember him, Big Kelce. I call Big Kelce. Lonzo Spellman.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, arms hanging down to his knees, just shredded, ripped, just unbelievable. And he was going through something in this like crazy house or whatever they admitted him to in Chicago. And I said, Jerry, I could help him. I could help him.
Yeah.
He flew his jet to pick the kid up, brought him to the Cowboys, and changed his life, man.
That's amazing.
We helped change his life, and he ended up balling out for us, you know, signing another deal. Then he had a decision whether to stay there or go to Detroit or New England somewhere. I think he chose Detroit. I don't know if it worked out, but changed that kid's life, man. But that's the kind of guy Jerry was. Like, if you said, hey, man, go get that dude, he could help us, Jerry was going to go get him if he felt like he could help the team. That's the kind of cat Jerry was.
Man,
that's the kind of guy you want to play for, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We wanted to win for him. Zim and, the whole darn shebang, man. We had a great group of coaches. I love me some Barry Switzer, man. That was my dude, man. That was my dude. Barry got me my first bass boat from Jerry Riddle. He called me in the office. I know. He said, man, I heard you like fishing, Prime. I said, yeah, I do. He said, man, you go down now 35 and ask for Jerry Riddle. Tell him Barry sent you. Man, they gave me a 21-foot pro crab. I never forgot that day, man. I was stunned on the lake. I mean, stunned on the lake, man. Like,
how many you catch that day?
I don't know, but I look good.
But it was good.
I look good. That was my first time I was a fly fisherman. I don't fly fish, but I was a fly fisherman.
Oh, there we go.
That's too good, man. Who was the one quarterback you love playing the most? Either out of respect or the fact that he just was silly enough to keep throwing the ball your way.
Cat from the Rams. The cat from the Rams used to always have something for me, man. Oh, what was his name?
Jim Everett?
Jim Everett. Jim Everett had a bow on that thing. He had a bow on that thing for me, man.
My God. I
got a good story. I don't know if it's mine to tell, but I'm gonna tell it. Andy Reid was telling me, I wear your shoes in the facility. I rock them whenever we're on the field. We're not doing like anything up tempo and stuff like that. I'm always rocking your kicks. And he asked me, what are those shoes? And I told him, I was like, they're from the 90s. They're Deion Sanders Diamond Turfs. And he said, man, he just shook his head and he was like, when we played him, when he was in Green Bay coaching with Brett Favre, he was the quarterback's coach. He said he told Favre before the game, he's like, listen, whatever you do, just not that side of the field. Just don't do it.
Just not that side of the
field. Just don't do it. That's not even worth it. Just go over here. You'll be fine. We'll be fine. He said within the first handful of plays, he tested the waters, and he said he walked over to the sideline. He couldn't even look Brett in the face because you picked it up.
Yeah, there's a house call. But you got to understand why Brett tried me. Brett was my teammate in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Rookie year, Brett.
Before he was traded to the Falcons. The reason he was traded to Green Bay is because Brett used to tell the starting quarterback, Chris Miller at the time, hey, go on out there and mess it up. I'll be in by the third quarter. That's serious, man. Brett was crazy, man. Brett was an unbelievable talent. We knew he was going to be a guy like his rookie year. He didn't know what was going on, where the ball was going. I just know he would just stop on a dime on the scout team and throw a rope 40 yards. Like we knew he had it. And they had to get him out of there because he was putting too much pressure on the starter. But we knew Brett was going to be that guy.
I'll tell you what, I kind of have a similar, because Mahomes didn't play his rookie year either. He didn't play till the last game when we already knew we had the playoff seed locked in. And man, some of those scout team looks.
Oh my God.
Of him just running around, throwing it across it. We're like, man, this is insane. I don't know what we're doing here. This is the most incredible way I've ever seen anybody play the game of football. Yeah. And we're just like, there's no way he can do this in the game. He's got to be a little bit more polished and sure enough, man. The first year he starts, man, 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. I'm just like, oh no, he can. He's got the cojones to do it in the NFL too.
I love Andy, man. I love your team and the whole makeup of it, and those personalities. I know once you start winning, those personalities start being taken away from you, and you got to try to replace it with and subsidize some of it, and it's tough. Both of you guys have dealt with that, but
yes.
I love it, man. I just love what Andy Reid represents to the NFL, man. I've always have respected him tremendously, man.
I wouldn't be the same player I am right now if it wasn't for that guy.
Yeah, he showed love to Mike Vick. That's one of the main reasons, because he took care of Mike.
That was the first quarterback I ever snapped to in the NFL. I mean, that was wild.
I was about to say, I saw Jason taking snaps from Michael Vick. I'm just like, oh shit, this is really happening.
You go from the Cincinnati Bearcats to snapping it to Michael Vick. I was like, this is a little bit different.
Wow. Wow.
Let me ask you this. You brought up personalities. Those Cowboys teams, you, Michael Irvin, Emmett, Troy, what would that team do in today's NFL? How would they fare against a Philadelphia Eagles 2024 Kansas City Chiefs team?
I tell you what, man, it would have been a battle. I think I would always say I think we would have won it because that whole darn offensive line was Pro Bowlers. The whole line. Then you got the tight end, Jay Novacek, killing everybody, like Kelce. Then you got Mike doing what he did, Emmett doing what he did. Then on the flip side, you got Charles Haley coming off that edge. I got this side, just put him on the other side and flush the quarterback, make him throw to me. So we had that thing. Darren Woodson back there doing his thing. Leon Lett. I mean, it was stacked.
It was everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Colbert. It was crazy, man.
We just put on that clip of Larry Allen chasing down linebacker, gets that interception. It's still the most impressive thing I've ever seen an offensive lineman do on the NFL field.
Him working out was the most impressive thing I've seen. Him working out in the weight room.
There's that Pro Bowl one where he's doing the bench press. I'm sure you've seen some even better ones.
Yeah, man. But to see the way he worked in practice, I mean, it was violent, man. It was violent. Yeah, he was violent.
Do you think it's harder or easier to be a defensive back in today's game? Or
it depends on what type of defensive back you are. Like, if you're defensive back that they want to see play, they gonna ride with you.
Yeah.
And understand, I'm the only guy that swung on a man and didn't get thrown out of the game.
There we go.
We got to keep 2-1 in the game, man.
Got to take care of our stars now.
It would have been interesting. The game has changed so darn much, and they want to see a lot of points scored, but also, if you stop it, you got to get the fourth. You got to punt it. You got to throw it, man. You got to punt it. You're gonna see me one way or another, or I can jump on the offense and play some offense. You're gonna see me.
I love it, man.
Are there any like modern corners that impress? Like who are the best in the game?
I don't watch it too much, man. I got to study this college.
Yeah, you got your hands full. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I like some of the old school cats, but I don't have time to invest in like I used to.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have time to put in. I watch Kelce because he's my dog, and I want to see what dance he does after he scores.
That's right.
I got a good one for you. Next one.
See, I want to see him walk to the game. I want to see what he's wearing. Then I want to see what he do in the game. Then I want to see what he's wearing. I want to see all that.
Work too hard not to have fun with the prime.
Yeah, but you get it. Like, you get it. Tell me, when did you start getting it?
I would say I probably started to really figure it out my second year playing in the league. That's when I finally felt like I belonged, and that's when I really started to get comfortable in my own skin, man. I was always a guy that had fun doing what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the professionalism, that responsibility I was telling you about, why I didn't do dual sport. Once I started to be responsible in how I was conducting my professionalism, that's when I really started to get it and have fun.
Yeah, but you always had the fun with it. Even in high school, you were always like that.
But when did the personality come from? Even you, when did the personality come? How many linemen are on TV? Let's just get that straight.
Well, yeah, that's a unique thing. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but
let's just talk about it. All right, how many linemen are on TV now? Let's just get that straight. Do you know how good you have to be to conquered a lineman everywhere and on national commercials? You're not good. You got to be there.
1-1.
All right, fair enough. But I don't got nothing nowhere near the personality that Trav does.
Yeah, but when did it happen? But it had to kick in for you sometime. Like, you had to say, you know what? I got something here. Like, I got something.
Yeah, I don't know. You playing with good players, Sean McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, it definitely manifests and sticks on you for sure.
How about both those guys coaching, man? And I love them to life, man. Like, those are my guys. I talk to them all the time. I try to encourage them all the time. I'm so proud of them. I don't know what to do, man.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Reese's Oreo Cups. Ooh, Reese Oreo? Nice. Reese's Cups with Oreo cookie crumbs included. You asked for it. We definitely asked for it. And it is finally happening.
For those of you that don't know, we just said Reese's Oreo Cups. That's right. They also have regular Oreos with peanut butter in the middle. Two fan favorites coming together to make everyone's day a million times better.
Wait a minute. Could Reese's Oreo Cups be like the Kelce brothers of candy? Which one of us is Reese's and which one of us is Oreo?
Which one of us is Reese's and which one of us is Oreo?
Yeah.
Are we talking about Oreo with peanut butter in the middle or Oreo with white in the middle?
Just regular Oreo.
I mean, I'm clearly Oreo. I'm a little bit darker.
You gotta love it. So grab these Reese's Oreo Cups today, wherever candy is sold. Better yet, grab them right now. Or we're going to grab them first because they are seriously that good.
They are. And we wouldn't lie to you. They're very good. Once again, we need to shout out our partner, DraftKings. All right. Let's build some same-game parlays for the people. Brandon.
All right, we've got Lions at Ravens, which is an incredible Monday Night Football matchup to cap off a solid weekend of football. The Lions are underdogs going into Baltimore. The spread is 5.5 in favor of the Ravens. Jason, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a tough one. Detroit looked dominant in week 2 after a shaky start in Green Bay, starting to get their mojo back after Ben Johnson up and leaving them. Ravens look strong in a week 1 loss to Buffalo and beat the brakes off of the Cleveland Browns.
Sorry about your Browns.
Yeah, I think this one seems like it could go either way. Probably high scoring, but you never know.
Let's look at anytime touchdowns then. Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the most consistent wideouts in the league. The box is going to be loaded up to stop Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. How are we feeling about an Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown?
I would say I feel good about that.
Jake, why don't you take this next one?
All right, so to me, this game comes down to the running game, and Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry. The Ravens' rushing attack is dominant. They'll beat you with their running back. They'll beat you with their quarterback. I think if I'm the Lions, I'm going to be keying in on Lamar, so I think that Derrick Henry is going to be the one who gets into the end zone. How are we feeling about that?
Ooh, I like that.
Feels pretty logical to me.
Big Derrick Henry guy over here. All right, last one, Monday Night Football. Over or under 51.5 points. How are we feeling?
I think it's going to be over.
Ooh.
You know, the teams combined for 93 points last week, and I think, that's not bad. So a line of 51 is like, it's a fun over. You want, like, when the line set that high, you want to be rooting for points. So I like the over here.
All right, our SGP for the game comes out to plus 850. If you bet $10 on this and the bet hits, you get $95. Check out all the odds for the playoffs and more over on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Now that everyone knows about some of the awesome bets that are available on DraftKings, you're ready for the game. That's right, it gets better. All new DraftKings customers who bet $5 get $200 instantly in bonus bets and $200 off YouTube's NFL Sunday Ticket. That's right. Get in on the action now with DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, we're going to get to this next section. It's called We Gotta Ask, all right?
Okay, I'm going to ask back, too. I'm going to ask back. I just want y'all to know that.
You were the first athlete to hit a home run and score a touchdown in the same week. Which was harder?
Hitting that curveball.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's got to be the hardest thing in sports, right?
It is.
Hitting?
It is. It is. Consistently.
Okay.
I wasn't consistent with it, but hitting it, that was the toughest thing ever.
Got it. All right.
What sport did you love the most, Ron?
Football. I could roll out of bed and do that. I remember we lost in the playoffs on a Wednesday night. We had a Thursday night football game. I remember calling my, he's passed away now, Whitey Zimmerman. I said, Whitey, get it ready, baby. Get it ready. He said, no, I'm already a step ahead of you. We was playing the Rams, Los Angeles Rams, that Thursday night, and I played that game. I didn't even know half the team. I remember going out there starting, and they was tearing this other corner up. I don't even know who it was. I said, look at man, get out.
Right.
I just pointed to the guy on the sideline. You get in, call cover 2, kick to him. I got my side on the backside. We good. That's how we going to do this.
So good. So
Just
good.
running it, man. I love this shit.
All right. There's a myth that the NFL Combine, you literally ran the 40 and kept running until you were out of the building.
That's not
Is
true.
this a myth? It's not true?
No, that's not true.
I thought that was true.
No, I ran a 4-2 for breakfast, but the rest of it wasn't true.
Man,
I didn't keep running.
that's one of my favorites.
I'm too respectful. I didn't.
All right, fair enough.
Now,
Fair enough.
the bench press part, I was in there engaged in a good conversation. And they had, they do the bench press, and they said, Sanders. And I still was in this conversation, Sanders. I said, no. Ain't nobody finna lay across my hands and let me bench press them in the NFL. I'm good. I didn't do that.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's a true story.
Another true or false. Didn't finish his Giants interview because they had the 10th pick.
Yeah.
And he'd be gone by then. Is that true?
That's true. That's probably why they did with my son. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
All right, we don't even need to get there. Yeah.
What was more of your signature, your high step to the end zone or the strut when you got in the end zone, the dance when you got in the end zone?
I think the high step to the house.
The high step is what I think of for sure.
The fact that you could do that running 22 miles per hour, high stepping like that, I'm still mind blown because every time I try and high step, I drop back to about 15 miles per hour. Yeah, I'm getting slower. It looks like you're going faster.
You looking for the look. You look good though doing it. You look good though doing it, bro. That's the thing.
Well, and how many times has that been replicated? Like, I just think every player has done the high step since then to try and replicate it. Like, that is just such an iconic moment of NFL history. That's the first thing I think of. That's for dang sure.
We got to get Jason high stepping, man.
I can't listen. These hammies can't high step. That ain't in my hamstrings. I wish I could. Is it true that your name is actually spelled Dion, D-I-O-N, on your birth certificate? According to
where you guys getting this stuff from?
We got some good research. We got some good researchers.
True.
That's true.
It's true.
That's true. But let me tell you what I did. See, you know, a kid going to school learning how to spell.
Yeah.
And we all learn the song. If I say the first part, you got to finish the second part. Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
Oh, yes.
E-I-O.
E-I-E. E-I-O.
So it was D-E-I-O-N. I got it from Old MacDonald.
What? Is it still that?
That's the way I spell it. On my birth certificate is D-I-O-N, but I've always spelled it D-E-I-O-N.
There you go.
You know how bad you got to be to just change your name and people just go along with it? They just right here, Mr. Sanders.
That's so good. We had our guy Jets Jake who worked with you at NFL Network a little bit. He was the one that gave us the intel on that one.
Oh no, that's a good one. Because ain't too many people know that. That's real.
Oh, he was nicknamed Turtle. You might know him as Turtle.
Yeah, no Turtle. Turtle was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Turtle.
We got Turtle on the squad.
Oh man, you got some big time guys, man. Turtle was awesome, man. Turtle, we got some good memories, don't we, Turtle?
Oh, here we go. Turtle's popping in.
Hey, Prime.
Oh my
Hey!
Turtle!
I just want to...
Turtle!
How's it going?
Turtle, you know,
Prime, good to see you.
You know what I'm talking about. Mrs. Turtle, Mama Turtle, right?
We got some good memories. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we got some good memories. I didn't forget.
Oh, I didn't forget either, Prime. Just man, I gave you a lot of love when we were talking in our production meeting, so I appreciate the shout out.
Turtle, you've been a good man for a long time, man. I'm glad you see these champs, man. These guys are awesome, man.
Dude, 3 of my favorite people on one call right here. It's the best. I'm honored. Thanks, Prime. I appreciate it.
That's amazing.
Coach, whose idea was it for the bandana on the Hall of Fame bus?
Mine.
Had to. It's iconic.
This is how the bandana started. First, it was a wristband. I had a curl when I played Florida State. And it activated, used to drip down to get in your eyes. So I put a headband on my head, but when I put my helmet on, the headband slipped down, and that's when I started rocking the thing around the neck. That was by mistake. That wasn't.
Oh my gosh!
That was
everyone rocks that look. Everybody rocks that look.
Was by mistake. Then I started putting the headband around it because so it'll hold up. But that was by mistake. The headband around the neck. That was for the curl, and it just slid down.
All by mistake. Swagger just happens by mistake. The guy can't make any mistakes.
It just happens.
All right. You hold the NFL record for career return touchdowns with 19, 9 interceptions, 6 punt, 3 kickoff, and a fumble. Which one is your favorite?
Ooh.
Do you have one?
You got a favorite return for a touchdown?
Yeah. House called in Atlanta.
There we go.
House called in Atlanta because we was on the plane. And I studied so darn much, and I got this big, that's back when we had to carry this big VCH thing, you know, because you didn't have a little, you had a little DVD, you had to have the big
oh my gosh.
Watching on the plane, and I said, I know these guys like a book. I know these guys like a book. And, you know, I was setting them up. I backed off. I said they should throw a little 5-yard hitch. They threw a hitch. I went and bumped. I said they should throw a fade. Tried to throw a fade. I said, okay, I got him. We got back down to the 10-yard line. They ran a flood route, offsides. They lined up, ran it again, offsides defense that time. So they went back to the same spot. I cannot believe they ran it. They got in the same formation, trips to the field. I put my back to the sideline, which I never do, and I squatted down real low, and they ran that flood, and I jumped it. But on the plane, I had told Carmen Policy and the late Dwight Clark, I said, I'm going to pick one off, and I'm going to high step him, and I'm going to look at their bench, and I'm going to smile at them.
Oh, my God.
He did exactly that.
I'm not lying. I'm like, God, thank you. He gave it to me the same way I said it would happen. I said, I'm going to look at their bench and high step them, because it was a lot of animosity. I was going back to the crib to play. My former teammates was hating on me a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's too funny, man.
I can't believe it was all so pre-planned and meticulous like that. That's crazy.
Man, that's study. Yeah, it's preparation. That's all that is.
We know about all the success and all the unbelievable plays like the one you just mentioned right there. For the last question we got for you, Prime, what was your welcome to the NFL moment?
God, what was the welcome to the NFL moment? You mean something negative?
Honestly, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, yeah.
Like, I didn't have negative moments like welcome to the NFL. My welcome to the NFL moment was housing that thing on the first game I played in against the Rams.
That's a hell of a welcome. That's a good one.
I mean, and I dropped it, picked it up, and housed it. And I can remember going to downtown to the mall back then when we used to go to the mall, and I bought 11 Gucci watches. I bought 11 Gucci watches for the whole punt return team.
Special teams? Oh, man, this is electric.
Including the special teams coach. And I wrote on the card, every fourth down, I just wanted y'all to know what time it was.
That is so good.
Well,
I gave it to him the next day. I want you to know what time it was.
Hey, you might be the only person that it doesn't sound like there was an NFL welcome moment for Neon Dion. It was a welcome to Neon Dion for the NFL after that sort of way.
Exactly. Welcome to Prime, baby.
I had just got there a few days before because I was swinging it back. I had just got there. I was with the Yankees. I had just got there 3 days before.
Man, that's electric, man.
So good.
I love you, big guy. Thank you for being you.
I love you.
Just instilling so much confidence and so much of your hard work and how you do things, your walk, your talk, how you played the game, man. I can't thank you enough. From a kid in the 90s, from the swag to the glasses to everything, man. Keep doing you. Always watching you on Saturdays now. Just like I was on Sundays, man. And good luck this week. Who you got? You guys got Wyoming coming up, right?
Yeah. I appreciate y'all, man, for keeping it a
Go ahead and get after it,
taking
baby.
this thing to another level, what y'all have done, and just putting a lineman on the map, putting a tight end on the map, the tight end, and just being the family, man, and keeping that family, man. I love it.
Yes.
And you guys have been good to me. You've been good to my kids. You stood up for them and gave them love because you know what time it is. But I appreciate y'all, man, and I love you for it. You know that.
You're the best.
Thanks,
You're
Coach.
the best, Coach. Good luck the rest of the season.
Take care.
You're doing it, baby. You already know.
All right.
All right, and that wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thank you so much to our guest, Coach Prime Deion Sanders. My God. Man, that was a good one. Make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube and follow New Heights in the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Very nicely said, Jason. Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show brought to you by Reese's Oreo Cups. Just go down to the corner store, to the gas station, wherever you get your candy, and get you some of these, man. The peanut butter cups and the Oreo. Oh, damn it. It's good. That shit's amazing.
You like it.
Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Thanks to the New Heights production team for always making us look a whole lot better. Big shout out to Turtle. And thank you again to the 92%ers and Prime Time himself, man. Me and you both, baby. Let's get back on the win train.
As Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce step closer to their long-awaited wedding day, the Kansas City Chiefs star finds himself at the center of both love and family expectations, with Donna Kelce eagerly anticipating the next chapter in her son's lives. On the September 22nd episode of the New Heights podcast, Jason Kelsey playfully reminded listeners that their mom has always favored Travis, only for Travis to counter that Jason now holds the crown since he and wife Kylie are raising daughters Wyatt, 5 Elliot, 4 Bennett, 2 and baby Finley. Jason laughed, revealing that Donna has made her hopes for more grandchildren crystal clear, even putting a little pressure on Travis and Taylor to expand the family soon. That gentle push hasn't shaken Travis, who proposed to Taylor last month at his Kansas City home and is now deeply immersed in planning their nuptials. From debating live music versus a DJ to reflecting on the nerve-wracking moment he popped the question, Travis admitted to Jimmy Fallon that he and Taylor are live music people. And though wedding decisions loom, nothing compares to the relief of having the proposal behind him. The palms were definitely sweating. Travis Kelce confessed on Fox Sports earlier this month, admitting that, as an emotional man, a few tears were shed during the life-changing moment. Yet his excitement about forever with Taylor Swift outweighed every nerve. He described her as the force that brought joy, stability, and self-confidence into his life, making him a better man and leaving him eager to trade paper rings for golden bands. But while their fairy tale romance captivates fans, Kelce's fiery passion on the field stirred controversy when the NFL fined him $14,491 on September 20th for unsportsmanlike conduct after a 23-yard reception from Patrick. Mahomes ended with him making obscene gestures toward the Eagles' sideline, footage of which exploded across social media. The drama didn't end there. His frustration boiled over in the second quarter as he ripped off his helmet and slammed it to the ground, yelling words censored on the NFL broadcast, fueling speculation about his mindset in the heated matchup. The night ended in disappointment as the Eagles defeated the Chiefs 20-7, a game that proved costly on both sides, with Saquon Barkley also fined a staggering $46,371 for a dangerous helmet-to-helmet clash with Chiefs defensive back Shamari Connor. For Travis Kelce, fines are nothing new. He was hit with an $11,255 penalty during last season's AFC Championship against the Buffalo Bills for taunting Damar Hamlin. And though his fiery spirit sometimes gets the best of him, the New Heights podcast host has never shied away from accountability. After a devastating accidental collision left teammate Xavier Worthy injured in the Chiefs' September 5th matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers, Kelce admitted the mistake weighed heavily on him. Confessing to Jason Kelsey on their September 10th podcast episode, "I owe my guy big time. I felt like a TE who could barely play the rest of that half, man. I just gotta be better. 13 years in this league, and there's no excuse for running into my own guys like that." Yet beyond the heat of the NFL spotlight, Kelce remains deeply tied to his Cleveland Heights, Ohio roots, proudly shouting out his hometown instead of his alma mater, the University of Cincinnati, during player introductions, a tradition that sparked irritation among some UC alums. Still, Kelce has clarified his loyalty, saying in 2019, after being inducted alongside brother Jason into the Cleveland Heights High School Hall of Fame, that his time at Cincinnati was invaluable, cherished, and forever a part of his journey, even if his heart beats loudest for the place he calls home. But Travis Kelce openly admits that his time at Cincinnati was anything but smooth, recalling how he lost his scholarship after a string of reckless decisions that made him that guy his friends would point to as a cautionary tale. Yet, standing proudly in front of his hometown, he emphasized that Cleveland Heights wasn't just special to him, but to everyone who grew up there. Its diversity shaping his spirit and fueling every touchdown dance as a tribute to his roots. His biggest setback came after the Bearcats' undefeated 2009 season when a failed marijuana test ahead of the Sugar Bowl cost him the game, the entire 2010 season, and even his scholarship, forcing him to crash in Jason's room and take a telemarketing job cold calling people about the Affordable Care Act while dreaming of redemption. That grind only made him hungrier, and though his path looked uncertain, his natural athleticism, honed through hockey, baseball, basketball, and even playing quarterback in high school, set the foundation for the resilience that would one day make him an NFL superstar. Travis Kelce began as a 2-star quarterback recruit for Cincinnati, but his entire career shifted when his reinstatement from suspension came with a condition: move to tight end. With Zach Collaros firmly holding the QB role and the team needing versatility, Coach Butch Jones suggested the switch, and Kelce's rare blend of size, athleticism, and vision made the transition seamless, a move he later admitted felt destined since "everyone my whole life told me I was a tight end." life off the field at 127 West Nixon Street was equally unforgettable, where Travis and Jason turned their college house into a hub of beer-fueled chaos, marathon Nintendo 64 battles, and ridiculous drinking games that became campus legend, as recalled by teammate Tom Demple before the 2024 Super Bowl. But through every wild night and every setback, Kelce's pride for Cincinnati never wavered. And before the 2023 Super Bowl, earned by knocking off the Bengals in the AFC Championship, he summed it up perfectly with his trademark swagger. It's all about Cincinnati, baby. Travis Kelce has always worn his University of Cincinnati pride like a badge of honor, crediting the players, coaches, and staff who stood by him during his darkest NCAA days for giving him the strength to turn his life around. Nearly a decade after leaving college for the NFL, he finally secured his degree in interdisciplinary studies in 2022. But his diploma moment came 2 years later in April 2024 during a surprise commencement at Fifth Third Arena after taping a live New Heights episode with Jason. In true Kelce style, he approached the dean with a beer in hand, shook his congratulatory handshake, and instantly chugged it to roaring applause, though he would have graduated earlier if not for missing his 2022 flight. Despite off-field issues lowering his stock in the 2013 NFL Draft, Kelce was selected in the third round as the fifth tight end taken, and fate intervened when Andy Reid, who had coached Jason in Philadelphia, asked Jason to vouch for his younger brother. That trust has since paid off, with Andy and Travis now boasting 3 Super Bowl rings as proof of Jason's resounding endorsement. Travis Kelce has always worn his University of Cincinnati pride like a badge of honor, crediting the players, coaches, and staff who stood by him during his darkest NCAA days for giving him the strength to turn his life around. Nearly a decade after leaving college for the NFL, he finally secured his degree in interdisciplinary studies in 2022. But his diploma moment came 2 years later in April 2024 during a surprise commencement at Fifth Third Arena after taping a live New Heights episode with Jason. In true Kelce style, he approached the dean with a beer in hand, shook his congratulatory handshake, and instantly chugged it to roaring applause, though he would have graduated earlier if not for missing his 2022 flight. Despite off-field issues lowering his stock in the 2013 NFL Draft, Kelce was selected in the third round as the fifth tight end taken, and fate intervened when Andy Reid, who had coached Jason in Philadelphia, asked Jason to vouch for his younger brother. That trust has since paid off, with Andy and Travis now boasting 3 Super Bowl rings as proof of Jason's resounding endorsement. It all began in 1987, the year Travis Kelce was born, a fact he proudly shared with NFL Films ahead of the 2023 Super Bowl that pitted his Chiefs against Jason's Eagles, marking history's most emotional brotherly showdown. Beyond the gridiron, his passion shines through the 87 and Running Foundation, which since 2015 has supported Operation Breakthrough, a Kansas City nonprofit he first visited while reading The Cat in the Hat. Yes, complete with the iconic hat. His commitment only grew as he funded their smart lab and purchased a neighboring muffler shop, transforming it into the ignition lab where kids turned scrap-bound cars into working electric vehicles, a true legacy of inspiration. Meanwhile, the New Heights community found its own identity when Jason joked that a quarterback sneak worked 92% of the time, sparking fans to christen themselves 92 Enters, a digital brotherhood likened to a secret handshake in words. And to stay unstoppable, Travis relies on a trio of elite trainers, Alex Castle, Andrew Spruill, and Lawrence Justin Ing, with at least one traveling by his side year-round to keep him in peak history-making shape. Alex, who doubles as both trainer and physical therapist, recalled how Travis once insisted on a midnight run across Paris bridges during Fashion Week simply because he had missed a workout that day. A testament to his relentless discipline and hunger for greatness. His dedication extends beyond the gym, as his lifelong friend Kumar Ferguson, once a truck driver and amateur cook, became his personal chef in 2016, after Travis called and said he wanted to take his diet to the next level, a move that turned Kumar into the man behind every carefully balanced meal, from fridge stock to locker room lunches. Even his facial hair has become iconic, with Travis explaining on New Heights that his decision to keep a bold mustache was a tribute to Andy Reid's walrus look, a style he carried proudly through 2023 and into 2024. And when he signed his $34.25 million 2-year contract in April 2024, finally making him the highest paid tight end in NFL history, he silenced years of chatter about his worth, proving that discipline, loyalty, and legacy pay off in record-breaking ways. Travis candidly admitted to Vanity Fair in 2023 that his managers and agents constantly reminded him how underpaid he was, quipping, "Anytime I talk about wanting more money, they're just like, why don't you go to the Chiefs and ask them?" Yet, with multiple streams of income now flowing, he values the energy and winning culture over the paycheck, reflecting, "I love winning. I love the situation I'm in." Seeing other players' huge paydays hits you in the gut a little. It makes you think you're being taken advantage of. I don't know if I'd get what I'm quote-unquote worth, but I know I enjoy coming to that building every single day. Growing up in Cleveland Heights, Travis developed a love for fashion, transforming a bedroom into a massive closet for designer threads and over 300 pairs of sneakers. Including a pair of size 13 Nike Air Mags, he splurged on his rookie salary despite them being slightly small. He explained to the Wall Street Journal that back then, it was whatever size he could find of the shoe he wanted. And while he's loyal to Nike, Chuck Taylors also hold a sentimental place in his heart, reminding him of Benny the Jet Rodriguez from The Sandlot. Beyond fashion, Travis has ventured into business with dozens of investments, including co-owning Ohio Brewed Garage Beer with Jason, admitting in a June statement, "I think everyone knows I like to have a couple beers now and then." Travis shared that co-owning garage beer and crafting the best light beer has been a thrilling venture, explaining, "Man, there is nothing better to bring people together than an ice-cold beer. For Jason and me, that is what beer is all about. Friends, family, and fun." Turning to guilty pleasures, Travis admitted on New Heights that back in the day he was hooked on Gossip Girl, loving the drama and non-stop high school tea. Now 35 and in his 12th NFL season, he's been candid about the toll football has taken on his body, enduring everything stoically since missing his rookie year with a microfracture in his knee, the first of 10 surgeries in his career. Travis also opened up about his fateful attempt to give Taylor Swift a friendship bracelet with his number during the Eras tour stop in Kansas City, revealing to the Wall Street Journal how he got lucky when her camp reached out after hearing about him. Beyond football and romance, Travis has a sweet tooth, admitting French toast with whipped cream has long been a favorite, though lately he's been hooked on Taylor's homemade Pop-Tarts and cinnamon rolls. And for a quirky personal touch, at least one of his ringtones is Chris Farley shrieking, "For the love of God," from Tommy Boy, to Travis revealed to the Wall Street Journal how he shared his love for comedy legends like Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, and Will Ferrell with Taylor Swift, telling her, "I've got to introduce her to this world. This is my jam right here." Beyond laughs, his larger-than-life personality has fueled unforgettable moments on the field. After the Chiefs' 2019 AFC Championship win over the Bengals, Travis famously inspired the team to blast the Beastie Boys anthem "Fight for Your Right to Party" after every home game touchdown at Arrowhead Stadium, creating an energy multiplier that's hard to quantify. According to GM Brett Veach, he plays with character, charisma, and passion, bringing everyone along, Veach told ESPN in 2020. "Everybody in our building is friends with Travis Kelce. He elevates mood, focus, attention, and at the end of the day, he's still fun." Yet the exuberant star admitted he didn't know all the lyrics to the 1986 classic until performing it on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in February 2023, showing even legends need rehearsal. The Kansas City Chiefs finally avoided their first 0-3 start under Coach Andy Reid with a hard-fought 22-9 road win over the New York Giants on Sunday night. But many of the same offensive struggles that plagued their first two losses were still on full display at MetLife Stadium. Big plays accounted for most of the team's productivity, leaving frustrations simmering on the sideline, especially among star players. That tension boiled over in the first half when Travis Kelce and Andy Reid went chest to chest, exchanging bumps in a heated sideline moment. After the game, Reid downplayed the incident with a chuckle, calling Kelce an emotional guy and joking that he's Irish before praising his star tight end's fire. "I love Travis's passion, so I'm okay with that," Reid explained. "We didn't have enough of it in the second quarter. He knows when to back off and when to push it. That's part of the love I have for him. He's all in, and sometimes I just have to be the policeman." Reid emphasized that he values Kelce's heart and dedication to the game, noting, "It's an emotional sport, and I love that he loves to play. That's what I love." Their fiery exchange isn't new. The two famously had a sideline clash during the Super Bowl 2 years ago against the 49ers, proving that passion sometimes runs as hot off the field as it does on it. They won that game and were able to laugh about it afterward. proving that as long as the outcome is a victory, even fiery sideline moments can yield positives. That said, frustration has clearly been at an all-time high on the Chiefs' sideline to start the season. While Sunday's win over the Giants showcased enough grit to secure the victory, there is still plenty of work ahead if the team wants to mount another serious Super Bowl run. Meanwhile, in the world of celebrity power couples, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce continue navigating the planning of their highly anticipated wedding, and planning is the operative word. Their nuptials promise to be nothing short of immaculate, curated with precision down to the smallest symbol-laden detail. Taylor, known for surprising her fans, is less about spontaneity and more about meticulous Easter eggs that weave together a picture only fully appreciated in hindsight. And when you're the meticulous English teacher of pop culture, you can't simply elope with the gym teacher of the NFL without rhyme, reason, or flawless orchestration. Plus, Travis has always been a meticulous planner, as evidenced by the infamous friendship bracelet attempt. While the tour-era gesture may have seemed spontaneous, it was a calculated move, hinting at his precision when it comes to romance. Yet nothing compares to the months of careful preparation required for a custom diamond ring. Collaborating closely with Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry, Travis designed a piece that reflected both timeless elegance and his beloved's vintage style. Comedian friend Andrew Santino confirmed on Pardon My Take that Travis had been mapping out his proposal strategy for months, teasing the plan during a spring golf outing without revealing the exact timing. According to dad Ed Kelce, Travis approached Scott Swift for his daughter's hand just 16 days before the world learned of the engagement. Ed recalled the celebratory FaceTime from the couple on August 10th, 3 days prior to the release of Travis and Jason Kelsey's New Heights episode featuring Taylor, underscoring just how thoughtful and precise the tight end had been in orchestrating the perfect moment. He planned to make the proposal a grand production. Ed revealed the same day on the Jimmy and Nath show, as the family patriarch made his post-game rounds. You know, he wanted to make it uber special, Ed explained, but I told him what Scott said. Asking her is what makes it special, not the location. You could do it on the side of the road. Instead, Travis transformed his backyard in Missouri into the unforgettable setting for the proposal of the year. Now, with Taylor and Travis officially engaged, the wedding planning can begin in earnest. That one's gonna be easy, quipped Travis, whose Chiefs sit 0-2 on the September 17th episode of New Heights. I just have to figure out how to win a football game first. As fans eagerly anticipate the Swift-Kelce nuptials, it's impossible to imagine their wedding day without meaning woven into every detail, especially for the bride. I love numerology. I love math stuff. I love dates, Taylor shared during her unprecedented 2-hour appearance on her fiancé's podcast on August 13th, 13 days before announcing their engagement. According to Travis's dad, just 3 days after informing close friends and family, the couple was already reveling in the thrill of planning, embracing every moment of this exciting new chapter. Every moment of this exciting new chapter. Whether Travis, turning 36 on October 5th, remains in the NFL after the 2025 season, his final year under the current contract, will heavily influence the wedding date. If he doesn't retire, the couple could plan off-season nuptials anytime between the Super Bowl in February and the start of training camp in July. Should Travis hang up his helmet after his 13th season, however, he'll have the freedom to wed during Taylor's beloved October or any other time that suits them. The timeline will also depend on when, or if, Taylor announces a tour for the life of a showgirl, as her 12th studio album drops October 3rd, and she typically reveals tour plans within a month. When Taylor chooses her white dress, it promises to be unforgettable. Classic, yet modern chic, possibly from Oscar de la Renta, Elie Saab, Louis Vuitton, Zuhair Murad, or Jay Mendel, all longtime favorites. After exchanging vows in her elegant gown, the 5'10" bride will likely slip into a party dress perfect for dancing all night, with fans eagerly anticipating nods to the timeless something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Travis is bringing his fashion flair to the wedding, promising a suit that's as stylish and memorable as his proposal shorts from a sweltering August in Kansas. While online fans dared him to push boundaries with elevated short pants down the aisle, he'll likely keep the focus on the bridal party rather than his knees. Taylor confirmed to Cosmopolitan that she hasn't pre-selected a tux for her future husband, insisting, "I don't want him to wonder if it even matters if he's there." Family takes center stage, with both sets of parents and siblings guaranteed VIP spots. Best man Jason Kelsey will likely include his flower girl-age daughters Wyatt and Elliot, and possibly little Bennett, though baby Finley may have to sit this one out. Travis's Kansas City Chiefs teammates will surely feature, especially given his groomsman role at QB Patrick Mahomes' 2022 wedding, alongside a loyal circle of lifelong friends from Cleveland Heights, promising a legendary bachelor party. For Taylor, childhood best friend Abigail Anderson will remain a cornerstone of her bridal squad, blending family, friendship, and celebrity style into an unforgettable celebration. And while Taylor's iconic squad has evolved over the years, inner circle favorites like Selena Gomez remain, along with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, despite swirling rumors from the actress's legal battles. Notably, Taylor serves as godmother to Blake and Ryan's daughters, adding another sentimental layer to her wedding day. On the music front, Travis revealed on the September 17th episode of New Heights, "I think we're live music kind of people, you know," confirming the couple's shared taste and signaling a night of unforgettable performances, cue Haim and other musically talented friends. Though Taylor might have married Travis with paper rings, their celebration will be no small affair. The engagement ring Travis selected from Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry boasts an elongated center diamond, flanked by smaller stones in custom-engraved yellow gold, perfectly complementing the $27,300 Cartier watch she wore when he proposed. With such opulent touches, the stage is set for a legendary, star-studded white veil affair that fans and insiders alike are eagerly anticipating.